Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Melbourne Cricket Ground for this unique and this very special occasion. And the teams have just got together for their team photograph. That's the Asian side that Ganguly proudly leads. On the right and on the left is Ricky Ponting and Steve Waugh, the manager stroke coach of the rest of the world team. I think we can call that just a name for this occasion. I don't suppose he'll be advising them too much on how to go about things. Adam Gilchrist is in prime form, and when he goes out there with Chris Gayle, it may not matter who bowls, the ball could disappear to all parts. Sachin Tendulkar, putting on the sunglasses, sadly won't bat. He may go out and field. There was talk of him bowling before the game became an official one-day international. It's very good that Sachin is here, and a handshake between the two finest of their time, and maybe even of all time, Shane Warne and Mattaya Muralitharan, the leading wicket takers in the world. Flags from all over the world, a great deal of excitement, a sense of sorrow too. I don't think we should even pretend to ignore that, and in a way some confusion about how to play the atmosphere levels of the game, but essentially I think we should be celebrating the game of cricket and the way that it has been able to come together in just 12 days and do such an amazing thing for the tsunami appeal, and that really sums it up.
Right, so Chris Gayle is opening the batting with Adam Gilchrist. There's a strike rate of 77 and a batting average of around about the 40 mark, getting some warm applause. And out there with Adam Gilchrist, of course, who's got a phenomenal strike rate, 94, and an average not quite so good, but boy, he is a dangerous player. So these two will definitely be entertaining, there's no doubt about that. Look at the stand, absolutely packed, the Great Southern stand there, and this is Chaminda Vaas. We'll be hoping to get a little bit of swing early on and get a wicket early on, I'm sure, because it looks a very good pitch.
Well, I don't think anyone will be looking forward to bowling to Chris Gayle and Adam Gilchrist on a flat pitch, and this looks a pretty flat pitch. It'll be very interesting to see the approach of both of these batsmen, if both of them will bat in their normal, usual manner, blazing away. If they do, it should be pretty exciting.
Right, so the Travelex World Cricket Tsunami Appeal match is about to get underway. Rudy Koetsen says play. Chaminda Vaas is on his way. A little bit of carry there. Just had a little chat to the groundsman before the start of play, and he said that it was quite hard, and he was hoping that there'd be some bounce. And the other umpire out there, of course, Billy Birmingham. Billy Bowden.
Billy will add a bit of colour of his own to the game, of course. There is some carry there, which is good. That will encourage the faster bowlers, but it should also encourage stroke play. You want nice, consistent bounce, a good pace with the ball coming onto the bat. And so far, this pitch looks as if it will offer that.
Yes, and the ICC have given this one-day international status as well, this match. That, of course, means that this is Chris Gayle's first one-day international in Australia. And the guy bowling to him is playing in his 250th, Chaminda Vaas. That was a pretty good start. Bang on target. And Chaminda Vaas over the years has been a wonderful performer for Sri Lanka. He really has. One of these guys who can swing it a bit, certainly while there's a bit of shine there. Has the best bowling figures in the history of one-day internationals. They're off the mark.
So accustomed to seeing Chris Gayle playing through the offside. Usually one quite happy to get some room outside that off stump. Just a single to get off the mark.
Well, that's what bowled. It's given him out. A little faint neck. Zahir Khan has struck. Gale has got a little faint edge on that one. He was trying to play it straight down the ground. It was a faint one. It went straight through to the keeper, and so Zahir Khan has drawn first blood here in Melbourne.
That's exactly what he was aiming for, Zahir Khan. Left-handed bowler bowling to the left-handed batsman, just about off stump, get it to leave him or even just to straighten. Found the outside edge. Not the best of starts for the rest of the world. 11. It's 1 for 1.
Ricky Ponting is the new batsman. Oh, and a big appeal there for LBW. It must have been pretty close. Zahir got very excited about that. And you'll see the reaction there of the umpire as well. Close.
Yes, it was close. What he has to do is try and make sure the ball pitches in line and straightens. It pitches in line, but I'm not too sure if it has straightened enough. Perhaps it was just slipping past the off stump. Good shout though, excellent delivery. That's the sort of delivery that left arm is looking to the right-hander. Pitch it in line and straighten.
Oh, good shot. Tremendous shot through the covers. Running away over this fast outfield, probably will just make it. Ricky Ponting playing an exquisite cover drive.
Batting outside of his crease, Ricky Ponting, because he knows that these two bowlers swing the ball around and he wants to get close to the pitch of the ball. Did there then. Well placed.
Got that away beautifully down towards the square leg boundary for 4. Yep, you don't want to bowl too many short deliveries to him. He plays that shot so well.
That's what he wants. He wants the bowlers to be pitching a bit shorter. Bowler would have recognized how far he is outside of his crease and he would think to himself, well, perhaps I need to try and push him back, but not at that pace. I've got to just resist that temptation, keep the ball on a nice tidy line and length just about off stump. Has 2 slips. 2 slips are still there waiting on the outside edge. Gilchrist will eat those for lunch and dinner.
Yes. Straight down the ground. Gilchrist is beginning to warm to the task. He does strike the ball beautifully. Another 4. 1 for 16. And of course each of the 4s is worth $4,000, and these are the 2 last over.
And that was just a push from Adam Gilchrist. He times it so well, as does Ricky Ponting. That's another push. Saurav Ganguly won't catch that.
Oh, beautiful strike over the ball as well. Lovely and straight. I suppose that's the secret of that one. The mid-off and mid-on just a little wide. Ponting onto this one beautifully. Just watch how close it goes back to the stumps down the other end. Beautifully placed. In the air. Oh, he's got a fingertip to it. Anil Kumble took off. He just managed to get his fingertips to it. For a second I thought he was gone.
Perhaps the tallest man on the field as well, Anil Kumble. So if he couldn't get to it, I don't think too many other people would have had a chance. Gallant attempt. Ricky Ponting certainly is in the mood to get a lot of runs here today, and quickly. So the slow ball gripping on the surface, the spinner should get some turn.
Well, that's over the top, and it's got the middle of that one onto the ball. And a few bounces there into the fence at wide mid-on. Oh boy, if you pitch it up only marginally here, these batsmen are going to get stuck into it.
Because strokes like that are kind of de rigueur. Have you ever thought there might be a way to stop him?
What is a regulation push down the ground from Gilly? Well, if Richie's saying that, Richie would know. He's seen everybody, he's played the game for a long time, and now he's been up in the box for a long time. So if Richie says that, I'll agree with Richie. But to bowl to him, you just got to hope sometimes. I think when he gets in that mood of just hitting, you just got to whack them all back on the fence, throw them up, and hopefully miss hits one, hit you for about 8 sixes, and then hopefully get out.
And great to see Ricky back to his best with the double 100 in the Sydney Test.
Oh, superb knock. 200 as captain to start the new year. Look out, opposition in 2005. England look out, New Zealand look out. I think Ricky's he's been a very good captain since he's taken over the reins from Steve Waugh. He's now starting to play like he did last year, and he's going to be real good, and look out the opposition.
It's in the air this time. There's a man out there at backward square leg. It looks like Jayasuriya, but he can't do anything about it, and Toyota are up for 50 grand.
Well, I think off the bat, Jayasuriya thought he had a bit of an opportunity. But Gilchrist just hit it too well, much to the delight of the crowd, because the appeal is now $50,000 better off. Toyota donating $50,000 for each 6. That's the first one.
Worked comfortably for one. I want that Toyota budget tested. 500 grand. Come on, Gilly. Down the ground this time. It rebounds off Zahir Khan's chest, maybe. Power obvious. Khan couldn't hold on.
He's probably thinking to himself, I'm very grateful I didn't get drilled. Adam Gilchrist, anything that's up to him at all, he's just hitting straight through it. Did very well to react that quickly. Got his hands up there quickly, but it was just hit too hard.
Like a cannon. He did real well, as you said, Chappelli, to get 2 hands to it. Here we go again. Digs it in a little short. It's the outside edge. The big swing across the line brings Sangakkara his second catch.
Well, Adam Gilchrist was looking for a few $50,000 hits before he went. Unfortunately for the appeal and for the crowd, he just got a top edge on that. Sangakkara did well leaping to take that catch. And Zahir Khan will be pretty pleased to get rid of Gilchrist. It's 2 for 50.
Brian Lara, magnificent form on Saturday. It's Monday today.
Yes, if he can repeat Saturday's form, the appeal will be a lot better off, because he was in excellent 6-hitting form. He's obviously just had the 6-hitting bat brought out to him. But Brian Lara was in excellent form down in Hobart.
He's changed to the MRF 400 Wizard. Brought out the wrong bat. Hopefully that's not a bad sign for him. Again, mid-offs. Pretty deep. They're ready. Field is squared up a little for that big slicing, booming drive he can create. First ball. It's defensive.
Defensive, but it hit right in the middle of the bat. Adam Gilchrist was really looking to take to the bowling. He'd produced one $50,000 hit. That one just clipped the up around the shoulder of the bat. Sangakkara grabbing it gleefully. So Zahir has picked up 2 victims, 2 pretty good ones, Chris Gayle and Adam Gilchrist.
Well, Chaminda Vaas and Zahir Khan have just reined in the Australians a little bit. I guess they have got 2 of their danger men, the world's danger men, out. Chris Gayle, Adam Gilchrist. Ponting has just reined it in a little bit as well. He was 18 from 10 balls. Now that strike rate's coming down. Zahir Khan in his 6th over. Pull shot. There's a vacant mid-wicket, and Ponting's used it beautifully.
I was just thinking, it's a bit of an example of how people think of the game of cricket. All the sponsorship money is coming in for runs. Maybe there's a sponsorship opportunity for the bowlers, because the poor old bowlers have been completely forgotten. They're not getting anything for taking wickets, so perhaps there's an opportunity there. for somebody to donate to the poor old bowlers and give them a bit of a boost.
Cracking shot, square drive off the front foot. Brian Lara goes to 9. 13 overs are gone, 2 for 70. The rest of the world.
Oh!
Unsurprisingly, Murali continues to ask questions, and Lara's back for 2. That's great running. Ah, well, we're going to go upstairs.
Right, well, this will be very interesting. Lara seems pretty comfortable about it. I think he probably is just in. That is my feeling. I'm not too sure that the ball actually hit the stumps. Or if it did, he was gone. Now then, did the ball hit the stumps there? Oh, I think I saw a bail fly off. Well, now then, I think that's probably out. Wonderful throw by Voss. Now that one is, he's definitely short when the bail goes in the air, but did his glove hit the bail first? Let's see. It may well have done. Let's have a look here. Here comes the ball now. And oh, this is Richie.
Well, I think he'd be a bit unlucky to be given out there. I think it's so close that I'm doubtful if perhaps we'll get a better idea with the fact that the ball's in the gloves. Now the bat's going over the line. Well, I think on that evidence you wouldn't want to hang a guy on that. Don't know about give him out.
No, I think the benefit of the doubt will be the call here. We'll soon find out. Bob Parry's the man who's put his finger on the button, and it's not out. So a big cheer goes up because Lara has survived. It's 2 for 93. Muralidharan continuing. Oh, he's hit that one down the ground. That'll go for 6. That's a good shot. No, it's not. Just short. One bounce. One bounce and over the boundary down there at long on. That is Ricky Ponting's half-century. The value of that shirt has just gone up a bit.
It's a nice shot. With nothing wrong with the ball, it drew Ponting down, and he used good footwork to get to it, to get himself to the pitch of it. And hit it very cleanly. He's in good touch. And that's pushed the man back. Now he can take the single.
Yes, good delivery last over from Muralidharan. Very nearly had the wicket of Lara. It was his Dustra, the one that spun the other way. Very, very adjacent. Maybe that he got the benefit of the doubt because he was just a little bit too far down the pitch. But very well bowled it was.
Next, Tony, Ricky Ponting in terrific form. Talked earlier about his double century in the Test match. This will get him in the mood for the VB series. Ricky Ponting with a half-century there and helping to add some money to the World Cricket Tsunami Appeal, some much-needed money to help the people who are suffering and have had enormous losses from the tsunami. Michael Holding, Ricky Ponting will be hoping that he runs into a few more pitches like this during the VB series.
And I think he will, Chappelli. I think this is the type of pitches that you should prepare for these limited over games. I think people who know me know that I am quite happy in these limited over games to see bat dominant over the ball. That's what one-day cricket is all about. Talking about Ricky Ponting running into pitches like this, I wonder if Brian Lara is thinking about running him out before he gets really into form.
Virender Sehwag, another one of those part-time bowlers who has the happy knack of getting wickets. Those last comments from Michael Holding were spoken like a true retired bowler.
Long retired and happily in the commentary box.
Oh, it's beautifully placed from Ricky Ponting. Just a flick of the wrists.
Well, he wasn't having too many problems with Mattaya Moore later on. I would suspect he'll have even less against Sehwag.
Yeah. Finds the gap. Long chase for Ganguly. Second boundary for Brian Lara. Partnership 99 from 109 deliveries. That's well fielded. Sehwag at mid-wicket.
I think Ricky Ponting will think that's one that got away. Good work by Sehwag though. It was pulled down from Anil Kumble.
Oh! Well, there's the 100 partnership between this pair, taking the score to 2 for 150.
Very hot out there today. You can see quite a few folks in the stands fanning away, trying to cool themselves down. The occasional drink helps as well.
Well, that's very well hit. Just takes that sort of shot to get Brian Lara going.
That is just the class of the man. I'm absolutely sure when he started to use his feet to get down the pitch, he was thinking about getting to the pitch of the ball and hitting down the ground. Didn't quite make it, but he still had an answer.
Well, the rest of the world are 162. That's $162,000 in the coffers, courtesy of the 3 mobile run chase. And you can put another 50,000 from Toyota for the second 6 of the game.
Well, that was an expensive shot. $56,000, 50,000 from Toyota, and of course 6 from 3 mobile. Went a long way. Again, not quite getting to the pitch, Ricky Ponting.
Brian Lara looking for a 6, but he's holed out. Charminder Vas in the deep has taken the catch.
I think we all saw that coming at some stage. Previous over, Brian Lara got his half century, and the very next delivery he went down the wicket to try and hit down the ground. Didn't quite get hold of that, Brian Lara. Not actually going through the line of the ball, but across it. Not getting enough power. End of a good knock though. Contributed a great deal with entertainment and a bit of funds for the appeal. It's 3 for 172.
The World Cricket Tsunami appeal match, Asia versus the rest of the world. So far, the rest of the world 3 for 172 from their 30.1 overs. Chris Cairns will be at the non-striker's end. If he gets a bit of a sider, he could add a few $50,000 hits in a hurry. Huge hitter of the ball. Ponting will be on strike. Ponting on 82. Anil Kumble, always a ferocious competitor, and he got his man eventually, Brian Lara.
Can be absolutely sure Anil Kumble wouldn't be giving anything away in this game. Looking for wickets. Got one there. Charminder Vas, the man down there at long off.
That's 4 more.
I think Saurav Ganguly prefers the shots like that. That way you don't have to chase.
It's an incredible tribute to the organisation, but also the love of cricket.
No man out. And that was a beautifully judged stroke. He picked the length and just went through with the stroke.
At the meeting in Jakarta last week, the palpable enthusiasm of the Sri Lankan and Indian foreign ministers who are representing their countries for this match, and we talked about it regularly, and of course some of the representatives of the non-cricket playing countries were a little bemused about this game that we love so much, but there was not much doubting the appropriateness of the idea as far as the Indians and the Sri Lankans were concerned.
Oh, hello. That's what spinach does for you.
Bob Merriman tells me that they're working hard to get some cricket going in Indonesia, so it'll be very interesting. I think it'll be a fairly big challenge because it doesn't have a lot of roots there, but certainly the enthusiasm from the subcontinent representatives was just overwhelming.
Well, there are other places talking about cricket at the moment. China, I saw the other day, is talking about the World Cup in 2014, not winning it, but being in it. That is a cracker. It's just a half a yard short, but a beautiful hit from Cash.
Yes, I read of that, and of course, if a nation of that size applies itself, it would be an extraordinary development, and greatly to be encouraged, of course.
Well, the quote I saw was, whoever's high up in China, they just said, if we say we'll do it, we'll do it.
That has often been the case in relation to other things. I mean, they did well with the games.
Now, this is some lovely batting from Chris Cairns. To 27 from 22.
Timing the ball very well there. Hit the ball, just flicked that off his toes.
That's a good shot. He has given that some hammer. End of the over, 3 for 229. Good shot. That was no more than a gentle little defensive push.
Just sheer timing. Just full toss. Just put a bat on ball. Make sure it's in the gap. And for 4. Sheer timing.
It's in the air, but it's safe. He had to check his stroke because it was a clever ball, a slower ball from Shaminda Vas, and he's just checked his stroke enough to have the ball land a few feet from the boundary edge.
Well, I think he was looking to hit that ball straight down the ground, but as he sees Shaminda Vas rolling his fingers over, he just checked his stroke. Hit it very nicely through the cover 4.
Now the crowd in anticipation. Ricky Ponting on 99, and he's picked it up. A very good 100 from the Australian captain and rest of the world captain. It's his 16th limited overs international century. 7th in Australia, and the 6th time out of those 7 that he's done it at the MCG, and a standing ovation.
Well-deserved 100. Played his heart out. Came in when the team was down. They were 2 down, and he batted superbly. Well-deserved 100. Leading from the front. Hit 8 fours and 1 6. And the strike rate is 103. That's amazing.
That is a big, big hit. Almost without effort. And just a reminder that Toyota are giving $50,000 for each 6, up to a maximum of $500,000.
That is gone miles. That's another 50,000 in the kitty. It's a beautifully hit, right from the middle of the bat. That went about 10 rows back. Big one, another one, huge. That's a big hit by Ricky Ponting. Some more money coming in.
Well, I reckon Kumble thought he had him here because he too was short of the ball. But these two batsmen just swung straight through the line and hit it right off the middle of the bat. Another one. Wouldn't call that totally ungainly, I suppose, but it wasn't all that gainly either. But it still went like a rocket. It was a flat hit.
That was even a little far from Ricky Ponting, and he gathered it beautifully. Beautiful shot. That's the total money so far, 2,250,000. That's out.
And that's good bowling. Kumble has bowled a quicker delivery there. He sensed that Ponting was coming down again, and he's taken him out. Fourth wicket has gone down. And this will be a wonderful standing ovation for Ricky Ponting.
Well-deserved 100. Well played, Ricky Ponting.
All for 263.
Well, I know Glenn McGrath is an all-rounder, but coming at number 6, that's a bit dodgy.
Oh! 50 for Chris Cairns. It was a good knock. It's only taken him 37 balls, which in itself is not unusual for Cairns because he's always been a very fast scorer and a dynamic striker of the ball. What that does is bring Glenn McGrath to the striker's end. Just got a feeling that there must have been something happened in the dressing room. Perhaps it was the fact that Ponting was out on the field and might have got a shock when McGrath walked past him. It might have been that McGrath pushed himself forward as the logical man. That could be a first baller. It is. Glenn McGrath has gone. Pushed up the batting order. And it looked to me as though he was searching for the 6 from the one ball he faced.
Pushed up, and I think pushed up a bit too much. A bit ambitious. And it was Dusra one, well caught by Yusuf Yohana. Glenn McGrath goes for 0. And it's 5-264.
That's Cairns again, with 2 New Zealanders in now. Chris Cairns and Stephen Fleming, the skipper of the New Zealand side. Just come out at the fall of Glenn McGrath's wicket, a first baller for him. That's the whacked 4 straight down the ground by Chris Cairns.
That's the wicket, Glenn McGrath. Bit over-ambitious, I think. And nicely caught by Yusuf Yohana, running backward. It's never easy, but kept his eye on the ball. Beautifully taken.
He is an extraordinary striker of a cricket ball, and he's an extraordinary signaller of a 6. Chris Cairns is turning it into a party. Richie Benaud called you the purest striker, or the cleanest striker of a cricket ball that he'd ever seen, which includes the likes of Gary Sobers. How?
Well, that comment, I must say, came from Richie before today. And I've seen Chris Cairns and what he can do at close range. I've seen that before, but look, I don't know how. I've always just gone out there and tried to watch the ball and hit it however you were taught. And I guess that's what everyone tries to do, is just try and watch it as closely as possible.
Stumped. Murali gets his man in a double-header with Kumar Sangakkara. So Sri Lanka outthinks New Zealand. And Chris Cairns' terrific cameo comes to a close. That's the other one, isn't it, Gilly?
I believe so. It's very easy to pick in a replay. I can tell you, when you're out there trying to do battle against it, very difficult. I don't think I've ever really picked him at all. So great bowling, and I admire the keeping of Sangakkara to keep consecutively picking him.
Good work from Sangakkara, good work from Murali, but most of all, good work from Chris Cairns. 69 from 47 balls. It's 6 for 286. I'm chatting with Adam Gilchrist on the boundary's edge, an unfamiliar spot for Matty Hayden.
Yeah, way down the order, behind McGrath, more importantly, so I think Pigeon will get some enjoyment out of reminding him of that. But yeah, it's a star-studded lineup and very hard. It was a bit of a race to see who got the pads on first to get out there to open, and Haydos a little bit sluggish.
What was Steve Waugh's comment about it?
His comment? I think he left it to Ricky.
No, I wonder what Steve Waugh's comment about the star-studded lineup was.
Oh, he said, after watching a few of Chris Cairns' boundaries and sixes, he said it's the hardest hitting batting lineup he's ever seen, and he thinks maybe ever assembled.
I think he's about right.
I think Asian 11 do really need a wicket right here, because this current run rate is really in a very danger zone. Oh, there you go. I think he got it. Murali got another one.
That's very well bowled, taking the ball away from the left-hander, and very well taken by Sangakkara. I was saying earlier, I hadn't actually seen him at a live match, but I've watched a lot of him on television. He's got good hands. 7 for 292, and Hayden gone for 2.
So 7 down for 294. We're about to nudge up to 300. That's $300,000 from 3 Mobile, which is absolutely fantastic, really, when you consider that, well, how many other people are contributing here. This is really going outstandingly well, and at the same time, this is a pretty hard-fought cricket match. That's a nice little chip straight down the ground. Well, that's chipped away. This could be close. Oh, just wide of the fieldsman down there. Very nice timing, actually, just chipping it away over the infield. Zahir Khan just looks as if he might have stretched a hamstring as he went for that one. You can see there as he pulls up. Good shot. That's a very good shot. Well, Vettori just flicking that one away over the top of the fieldsman at 45 degrees behind square. Good cricket.
I think they're also more aware of shots like this that they can play. They don't worry about the boundaries now. They can invent, they can just go hard. I think batting ability, all down batting lists, is getting probably more level. The boundaries don't scare them anymore. If they're going to play the shot, they go for it, and that's where boundaries come into play. That one's a single. Down to third man, Jayasuriya, 7 for 329. 2 overs to go.
Ball him. Clean bowled him, and there'll be plenty of Victorians who won't be all that unhappy about that, because the next man in is Shane Warne. And he's got 4 balls to make a name for himself. So the rest of the world now 8 down for 337.
This is fair dinkum cricket, that's for sure. Chaminda Vaas bowling the last over, looking for the big in-swinging Yorker, and gets it. Also gets Stephen Fleming's middle and leg stumps. Chaminda Vaas 1 for 52, 8 for 337.
Right, we'll wait for it. There'll be a nice big roar. And once they've given Fleming the appropriate hand, you wait for this. And Shane Warne comes out onto the ground. And they're all having a look down to see who it's going to be, wondering whether it be Darren Gough or Shane Warne. Right, there we go. The flight of a number 10. 4 balls to go. $50,000 per 6 from Toyota. Oh boy, they love him here.
Well, he's told us all what sort of work he's going to do in Sri Lanka, in the affected countries, on his own. Not only time and money donated, but also effort by Warne. Hands-on approach through his foundation and any other that wish to use him.
So that shirt of his has now just gone through $25,000 on eBay. There's the delivery again. Very well bowled by Chaminda Vaas. Beautiful ball. Just swinging in, as Ian Healy has pointed out. Stumps down. Now, I don't think Vaas is going to do Warne any favours here. He'll be trying to smack him right on the end of his toe. There'll be a Yorker dead straight. Now, he's got a man back square as well. So, you just listen to the crowd build up here.
Big return to one-day international cricket. Here it goes.
Oh, he's hit it hard. Thinking about a second, but settles for one. Well, he hit it pretty well.
Didn't he ever? Might have been the slow ball by Chaminda. He's able to use his feet a step and a half out, watched it beautifully, found the gap. The man was back there at mid-off. The McGrath experiment didn't work. Warne happy to be off his duck.
Vettori ending up getting a single, so Warne back on strike. Right, 2 balls to do something here.
Just a little premature. He's been good at those shots in this innings. 23 from 16, Dan Vettori. Now Chaminda Vaas. We suspect Zahir Khan's done something to a hammy in the field. Now Vaas is just a little susceptible behind that left knee.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see what he bowls here. He's going for short run. He's capable of bowling quick off his short run. He also has a very good slower ball. Right, Warne ready for him now. 2 balls to go. Oh, good shot. And well bowled too, right in the block hole. So Warne, he thinks it's all over. There's another one to go, Warne. He come back. Well, either that or he's retired. Is he going to let Gough have a go? Oh, he thinks it's all over, but he's wrong.
Oh, surprise, surprise. Warning in the centre of attention. He's been carded. That's only a warning. Come on, Billy, get the red one out and get Goughy out to bat. Warne can do nothing but be at the non-strikers end. Chaminda Vaas, I guess, could bowl a no ball.
Yeah, I was wondering why he wasn't looking for 2. He obviously thought it was the last ball, and away he went. Right, this is the last ball. Oh, well hit. That could be all the way. No, just short. 4 runs. Beautiful way to finish off. Vettori's played a little gem of an innings.
I like the fact that Alec Kapali pulled out of this. It was in the air. It was tempting him to go for it, but he decided, no, it's far enough away from him to let it go. But I would have wondered what happened if it was down his throat, and it could have been a 6. 50 grand. Dan Vettori on the right, Warne on the left. Vettori 27 from 17. 50 overs gone. The score for the Asian 11 to chase will be 3:45, and it's a lot of work ahead.
Now at the crease, Sanat Jayasuriya, the Sri Lankan, and Virender Sehwag, the Indian. Look, they've got a tough ask. It's 345 to win the game at a rate of all but 7 and over. But Richie Benaud's alongside me. No two better men to kick off the chase.
Well, Sehwag is a brilliant striker of the ball, and Jayasuriya, over the years, there's no better man at the top of the order. But it'll be a bit of an ask. The batting was very good in the rest of the world side. The bowling was good. It was a good contest and a big total.
Rudy Kutson signals, let's go. Glenn McGrath will bowl first up for this ICC World 11 that is coached and managed by Stephen Waugh. He knows McGrath well. They all know Jayasuriya well. And we know that he's off the mark. McGrath's in terrific form. He was promoted to bat, would you believe, at number 6 in that rest of the world side. He was cheered all the way to the middle and hit the first ball straight up in the air and was cheered all the way home again. 115 from 102 balls, Ricky Ponting. 52, Brian Lara, from 77 balls. He uses as a very good net practice for the one-day series that's about to begin here in Australia. 69 from 47 balls, Stephen Fleming. He hit some thunderous strokes, high and hard, in about 180-degree angle from his bat too. Didn't seem to matter where they bowled, he hit him. Sehwag's on strike. Just about everybody suffered. It was tidy enough as Zahir Khan picked up a couple early on. Got Chris Gayle and then Adam Gilchrist. But Abdul Razak suffered. Murali bowled nicely. Some spin, and he varied his pace well, as did Anil Kumble, but the carnage at the end, I'm afraid, it was where Kumble really suffered. Well, that might run away for 4. Gotch got his head on his hands, but I guess if you drift leg stumpish to Virender Sehwag, you'll pay a price.
Well, he is strong on his pads, but he's a fierce striker of the ball through the offside, through cover point and cover and extra cover.
Dropped him. And not a difficult chance either, by the standards of as good a slip fielder as there is around the place. Stephen Fleming has just given Virender Sehwag a life.
Could be a costly one too. Just did a little bit for McGrath, and Fleming, who's taken Warren's place at first slip, only saw that very late, I think.
And that's the reason that Glenn McGrath didn't want to see Stephen Fleming spill the catch.
And that's where he's so strong. Cover point area. It's a real stand and deliver job.
However, you got footwork and bat skill like that, you don't worry about where they bowl it.
We've seen a lot of him out here in Australia, and when the Australians went to India, he's a dynamic player.
Great shot, that's going all the way, that's gone for 6, a beautiful shot. 15 runs off the over. That is Virender Sehwag at his best. That's well played, that's a beautifully struck shot. He is so strong when it comes to playing that pull shot. He brings his bottom hand in, and the bat speed, well, it's just incredible. Lovely shot for 4. Oh, that's got him out. Caught slip, no trouble at all. So Cairns has found the outside edge. It's gone straight to Fleming. He's captain. He's caught it as clean as a whistle.
Well, it was a tour that was cancelled. Sri Lanka's visit to New Zealand. And now Chris Cairns is getting Sanat Jayasuriya, caught by Stephen Fleming at the MCG. A great start to the innings. Asia 1 for 59.
Right, well, the first wicket has fallen now. Asia 1 for 59, and Sourav Ganguly is the new batsman. Well, that's the new section where the old Ponsford stand, old member stand was. Oh, that's well played. Short delivery. Sehwag is not going to slow down. He realises, I think, now that he's got to lift his tempo. In the air, and oh, not quite. Didn't quite carry. It was very well fielded, but we've got overthrows. Lara getting a hand to it just after it bounced. 1 for 67. So call 133240 if you want to make a contribution if you live in Australia. And oh, beautifully played. Oh boy, Sehwag, now that's when he is at his best. When he doesn't try and hit it too hard, that was all about timing. 1 for 76, the announcement has been made. Listen to the roar. Shane Warne has been asked by his captain to come and have a bowl. Not a good time to bowl. Virender Sehwag on 45. Ganguly quite likes spinners. Right, so Warne taking a bit of time about his field here. He knows a fair bit about these two. There's no one at deep long on. And believe me, Virender Sehwag would have noticed that. Warne, no doubt, leaving it open for him, hoping he'll be hitting across the line a bit. So here we go. Straight away, smashing it straight to the fieldsman. It didn't take him long to try, did it? I've got a feeling that Vittoria is in the firing line here.
Not if Sehwag's got anything to do with it. He's looking to go over the top of him.
He's hit that. This could be out. He's going to be caught by Gale. Yes, he's got him. Beautifully taken. Warne has got a wicket. He's got the danger man, Sehwag. Sehwag had decided that Warne had to go, but he didn't get it in the middle of the bat, and Gale took it well.
Bowing from the highest point in this crowd. The whole stand as one. Sehwag plays an impressive shot, but falls just short to Chris Gale. Similar to the way he got out for 195. It was a full toss in the Test match last year, but same result. Warne takes a wicket as usual, 2 for 76.
Rahul Dravid is the new batsman. It's fantastic, and that's also a very good shot into the gap. That's the area he likes very much.
Well, it is a struggle from here to get home for the Asian 11, but they can take some comfort from the fact that they got to 100 4 balls quicker than their opponents. Straight to mid-off and caught. It was hit like a rocket, but straight to the sole Englishman playing in the game, Darren Gough.
Looking to go over the top, Sourav Ganguly. Perhaps he got a bit too close to the ball. He didn't have the leverage to get under the ball to lift it over Darren Gough. I think you'll see these wickets tumbling on a regular basis when they try and up the tempo. They're under pressure, the Asian 11. It's 3 for 107.
Yusuf Yohana is the next player in. We've seen quite a bit of him here in the Pakistan Test Series. Very good player and a very good hitter.
And this is why he's there. Sourav Ganguly not quite placing that shot of his through the offside as well as he would like.
Dravid just clearing mid-off.
a bit of fortune for the Asian 11, getting an extra run. They need every help they can get. A very good shot from Rahul Dravid. Deliberately lofted that over mid-off head. Then McGrath, the man there, and a very accurate throw right through the hands onto the stumps, but costly.
Catch. Caught. Straight to Ricky Ponting. So Shane Warne and Daniel Vettori doing a bit of damage here for the rest of the world.
Rest of the world really feeling themselves under pressure. We just show you a comparison of what the two teams were after 20 overs, and they weren't far behind the rest of the world. But as we said before, the pressure is on when you think that you have to keep on scoring at over 7 runs and over. Almost impossible to do that, because if your hand goes, it's 4 for 1, 1 4.
Kumar Sangakkara is a very, very talented stroke maker. You can see that he's got a pretty good strike rate, an average of 33. Does a great job for Sri Lanka. A wicketkeeper batsman.
That's a beautiful stroke, and don't underestimate Kumar Sangakkara. This guy can really play.
That's beautifully hit. Over mid-off. I thought he's going to carry for 50,000, but just one, just short.
Out. He can't play any more tonight. The thinnest of scratches, and the first time that Darren Gough can celebrate.
Well, he's come out of the cold English winter. He's off to South Africa to join the England one-day squad. He's picked up a wicket here, and Asia 5 for 156. We're in the 29th over.
The World Cricket Tsunami appeal match here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. And the bad news for the Asian 11 is they've just lost Kumar Sangakkara. He made 24. 24 is not even nearly enough. 3:45 required to win this game. Abdul Razak has come to the crease, average of 30 in one-day cricket. Dynamic striker of the ball. Here's Darren Gough. That's what Gough is good at. Against big strikers, he loves that reverse swinging, fully pitched in swinger. It's just Darren Gough saying, I haven't reached my 40th birthday yet. Another one from Ricky Ponting. He's very strong in that area. He was in the World Cup final too, when he made a quite brilliant 130-odd. And then Chris Cairns blazing away. The only other ones come from Virender Sehwag for the Asian 11, who gave Darren Gough a little nudge down the ground. So 7 sixes. Now, Toyota did say that it was a maximum of 500,000 they'd be giving out. We'd urge them to think again. Lovely flight from Daniel Vettori. He is a crafty cat, and he's got the mouse.
Well, that's the way Vettori was bowling earlier in the year. There's a little bit of turn of the ball on this pitch. Warner's spun it quite sharply, so to Muralidharan, it's 6 for 173.
Chaminda Vaas is the new batsman, the Sri Lankan left-arm swinger, who is a useful striker of the ball.
Oh!
Chaminda Vaas is playing his 250th one-day international. He needs to score at 9.2, or his team do, if they're to win the game. 163 needed to win the game. There's a good hit. That's cleverly placed.
It's one of the things about Rahul Dravid. He's very precise about where he's trying to hit the ball.
Well, there's a couple of them actually. The one you just saw was the little off-spinner. But he also bowls one with a leg break action. 50 for Rahul Dravid from 54 balls.
Cricket's target was $10 million tonight, and it's gone past it. The World Cricket Tsunami Appeal, this first game here in Melbourne, has raised over $10 million. Should be caught, and is caught. Glenn McGrath had been signing autographs, but thankfully his attention turned to the game, and he's held on. Vettori has another one in his pouch, and everything going the way of the world. Chaminda Vaas unable to get middle on the ball. It really is a delightful spell of left-arm orthodox from Vettori. Vaas has gone. He made 7. It's 7 for 197.
Chaminda Vaas, scored by Glenn McGrath, the ball Jenny Vettori for 7 off 11 to the...
We've got new commentators in our seats. Ian Chappell's here and Michael Holding as well.
Thank you, Mark. Well, Asian 11, suppose you could say, are struggling at the moment. 7 down, just approaching 200 runs on the board.
There's some excellent spin bowling. We've seen...
Kelly! Hey!
Another one goes off, definitely on the cards, struggling to get in. Gone by a distance, no need to refer that to the television replay umpire.
Might be laid back, Chris Gale, but he can move quickly when he has to. He's also got a powerful throwing arm. Good throw when you're having to throw off balance like that. And Zahir Khan is gone for a duck. It's 8 for 199.
That's gone. Not all the way. 1 bounce.
Very clean strike there from Rahul Dravid.
The 200 coming off 217 delivery.
He's one of those players you don't really notice how quickly he's moving along. He's almost up to a run a ball. Problem is he just hasn't had good support at the other end.
Looking for 2 here, Rahul Dravid. Not on though. He's the type of player that you expect to play the anchor role, to have all the stroke makers around him. But as you said, Ian, he hasn't really had a lot of support, so he has got to keep things moving. Anil Kumble, the man now joining him. And then with time Murali the run. I think when Murali gets to the crease, we'll get a bit of entertainment. Don't think he'll try and hang around. Lot of overs still to go though. I think Anil Kumble will and should try to hang around a bit with Rahul Dravid. That's gone for 4.
Well, we talked about Anil Kumble before. He's a ferocious competitor. He'll be out there giving it a fight. Chaminda Vaas was out caught in the deep by Glenn McGrath. Another good piece of flight bowling from Daniel Vettori. Vaas looking to hit 6 or 2, try and bring that required rate down. Only succeeded in holding out to Glenn McGrath. Some excellent spin bowling we've seen at the MCG tonight.
Catch!
Oh, very good effort.
Daniel Vettori, the man there at backward point. Or perhaps you could say from the short play, he was at backward square. Reverse sweep. Great attempt. Again, just eluding the man there, this time at mid-wicket. That's a boundary, Rahul Dravid. Was you right, Chappelli? Yes, we did get quite a few storms in our part of the world around September. Thankfully, not as much human casualties. A lot of financial damage, of course. Lots of people lost houses, property. But those can be replaced. Sadly, not the case in Asia. That's a good shot. Fortunately, it didn't go in the direction of Shane Warne. Went on the offside.
So I think for one dreadful moment, Shane Warne saw the bat and the high back lift and thought, uh-oh, this is coming my way. But he got lucky when Anil Kumble hit it over mid-off. Here he is. Whoops, it could be coming my way here. Whew, that was a break.
That's it. That's the wicket that Glenn McGrath came back for. Now he has something in that fourth column.
The accuracy of Glenn McGrath. Spot on. Going right through Kumble's defence with an off-cutter. Crashes into middle stump. It's 9 for 226.
Two more deliveries left in this Glenn McGrath over. I don't think you'll see Murali blocking.
Matthias Murali-Dhuran, he's produced some pretty big hits for a little guy. He might be a chance to hit a 6.
Contribute 50 grand. Why not? Here we go.
Glenn McGrath coming back for his second spell. Produced a very good off-cutter to beat Anil Kumble. Might have clipped the pad on the way through to hitting middle stump.
Chris Gayle is back. Just a single, rushing back. Rahul Dravid taking on the arm. Getting there comfortably. Dravid moves on to 71 from just 67 deliveries.
Oh!
Not interested in the single.
Well, actually, I think he ought to let Murali get down that end, because Murali's more likely to hit the spinner for a 6 than the quickie.
That's a big hit. That's 50 grand. No, not quite. Not quite. Almost.
Well, Rahul Dravid put everything into that. Problem with Chris Gayle is he makes you produce all the power.
Confusion. That's out. That's out. No need to refer to the television replay umpire for that either. Daniel Vettori.
Well, Daniel Vettori's had a very good game. Made some handy runs. bowled beautifully, and he's been involved, very much involved in the field. So Muralidharan run out. An excellent piece of work there from Daniel Vettori, smashing into the stump. So the rest of the world team have got up comfortably in this World Cricket Tsunami appeal match.
Huge victory. 112 runs the margin. Don't think too many people will be worried about who has won or the margin by which the team that has won by. I think everyone will be happy about the contribution that everyone has made towards the success of this game, and the successful amount of money, to over $10 million, and more to come. So the World 11 coming together at very short notice, and of course the Asian 11, and I think everyone turning up here tonight, this evening and tonight at the MCG, can say that they were royally entertained.
There's some very good cricket. Excellent batting from the World 11. Ricky Ponting with a century. Chris Cairns with some brutal hitting. Brian Lara again in form. Half century from Brian. And then we saw Virender Sehwag in pretty good form. Rahul Dravid, the wall as ever, very dependable. And an excellent exhibition of spin bowling from Daniel Vettori and Shane Warne. In combination, they really got the rest of the world on top in this match.